Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. I'm excited to jump into the topic of entry-level housing today. Warren Buffett made some really big news. He invested, I think, close to $1 billion in the D.R. Horton, Lennar, and Ryan Homes, also known as NVR stock. It's making headwaves. However, a lot of people are scratching their head going, why invest in something that has a historic decrease in demand with rising interest rates, especially at a time with historic interest rates? So everyone's scratching their head. Why did Warren Buffett make this move? We're going to jump into the stats today and talk about entry-level housing. But before we do, if you get value from these episodes, do us a favor. Show us some love. Leave us a couple reviews. Just takes a second, and it allows us to bring you more great content by boosting us up in the algorithm. Also, if you've been interested in learning more about how to avoid bad investments, head on over to our website, grab our free ebook, 100 Questions Business Owners Should Be Asking Before Investing. Grab that book. It's completely free, along with a ton of other free content that's on the website as well. All right, so jumping in here, as mentioned, Warren Buffett made an investment in three very big builders, and mainly he's betting that entry-level housing is going to continue. These are not luxury home builders. These are your price-focused, price-conscious builders, right? That's what they mostly build. And so he's betting that their product, which is entry-level housing, which depends on which market you're in as far as price point, is going to do really, really well. So why would he think this during a time when you've got rising interest rates? Well, certain things in life are always going to remain steady with a need. Your living arrangements are one of those. People might cut back on the vacations that they eat or shopping at Whole Foods versus Kroger when times are tough, but they are always going to need a home. And with rising interest rates, it has become more expensive than ever to own a home, at least in my lifetime it has. So people still need somewhere to live. And while the millennial population, who makes up roughly 35% of the home buying market, does not value purchasing a home as much as the previous generations, they still do buy homes, right? They're getting older. They're going to have some kiddos. They're going to want to settle down. The rent to own life or renting life is not going to hang around forever. But I just want to share some of these stats with you for a second to maybe get a grasp of why Warren Buffett sees a lot of opportunity in this particular niche of entry-level housing. So depending on who you talk to and who you ask and what data you pull, everyone says that we're somewhere between 3 million and 6 million homes short. I think most of that out there is saying we're somewhere around 4 million homes short. To give you an idea, we have approximately 142 million homes in the United States. And of the 142 million homes, over 80% of them have a mortgage that is under 6%. And so in today's market, if mortgage rates are 7 and 8%, the likelihood that they put their home on the market to downgrade into something less nice with a higher payment is, well, it's unlikely. Anything's always possible, but it's very, very unlikely. So you have 142 million homes out there. I think more than 65% of them have a mortgage that's under 4%. Better bet, if I've got a mortgage under 4%, I'm definitely not putting my home on the market. Needless to say, it's going to keep a lot of supply off the market here. But if you got 142 million and you're 4 million short, what does that say about things? So there's a population in the United States of about 331 million people, of which 72 million of those, between 20 and, let's see, what is it, 20 somewhere around 20%, 72 million to 331, double check my math. They're millennials. They're at prime home buying age. They are the ones who are pushing the entry-level housing market. And less than 10% of the homes being built are what we call entry-level pricing. So you've got 35% of the home buying population chasing less than 10% of the homes being built. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but simple supply and demand should tell you that, hey, maybe there's something here. Currently, on average, there are between 1.3 and 1.5, maybe 1.6 on the high end, million homes being built per year. We measure this by the number of starts, number of permits pulled. So we're 4 million short, And if we're starting around 1.4 million homes per year, that tells us that in about a 2.5 year period, we're going to catch up. Now, again, that's if no homes, if the demand just stays the same, right? I mean, if we just stop in time and wait 2.5 years, we'll catch up. So the catch up period is still significantly longer. And this asset class, I really feel, is poised to do pretty darn well based by basic supply and demand measures. You've got uh, you're 4 million homes short. You're only building 1.4 per year. So, and home's one of those things where you can't really, it's tough to speed up. And given the current supply chain issues and rising construction costs, availability of materials, these national builders are poised to do pretty well with market share, because I can tell you a lot of the smaller guys are getting out because it's just tough right now. Rising interest rates, homes aren't selling, cash flow is difficult to manage because the homes are taking longer to sell. They're getting caught with their pants down by rising construction costs. We've definitely felt that. So I think you're going to see a lot of the smaller guys getting out of this game for a little bit, which is going to make room for the bigger guys. And just to give you an idea, all the national builders combined, the Lennars, the D.R. Hortons, the Pulte's of the world, they only account for 20% of all the homes being built. The home construction market is owned by the small business owner, the small builder. That is who runs the construction industry. And so it's very difficult for them to do business right now, which means you're going to have less inventory coming online than what you would normally expect. You've got a deficit of 4 million homes. We're only building 1.4 million homes per year. You've got a millennial generation that makes up 35% of the home buying market, chasing less than 10% of the homes being built. Less than 10% of the homes being built are entry level. And all this to say that I think this asset class is going to do well for all those different supply and demand imbalances. And I think that that's what Warren Buffett is seeing. He's going off of a basis of, hey, I bet these big builders are going to see a huge price increase in their stock because they're going to take up more market share. They're going to make more profits than ever because they're going to have more and more people chasing those entry-level homes that they're building, which is going to eventually drive up those prices. And maybe they're not entry-level anymore. I don't know. That's something to be told. And you've got interest rates rising, which is pushing more and more people to buy more affordable products. So more and more people getting pushed into something that they have to have. People have to live somewhere. They have to have a place to raise a family. They have to have somewhere that they want to live to send their kiddos to school. And I think that this is all a perfect storm for making entry-level housing a great asset class to invest in. So that's what we're doing. I'm already seeing it in the market. Like, we sell a lot of finished lots. We build entry-level homes. We also develop lots and sell them to national builders. We've built homes for LGI, Smith and Douglas, Goodall Homes, and they have all basically said that their 2024 and 2025 numbers are screwed. They are not going to hit their quota because they did not buy anything in 2022 in anticipation of some big market correction and market crash. It never happened. So there's a huge demand for finished lots and even land in general, right? It just takes so long to take it through the rezone process, to get it entitled. You've got some barriers that's going to prevent a lot of inventory from just being able to come on the market overnight. That's a big cause of it. So we've been bullish on this asset class. We've been preaching the need for entry level housing. That's primarily what we do. That's what we focus on. So it was kind of cool to see Warren Buffett jumping in it as well in the same arena, and we're super excited about it. I think this is poised for the next at least 4 to 7 years to do really, really well, and I think we've got a great runway. That's all for today. We'll see you guys next time.